Greetings, esteemed action figure collectors and appreciators of posable plastic. It's your brother King Ape back again with another action figure discussion, and today we will be taking a look at McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse's Black Lightning. This right here is from his Gold Label collection, and I really don't see the differentiation between Gold Label and just regular releases. Supposedly, the Gold Label is kind of packed with more accessories. You would think the sculpt would be done a lot more detailed, a lot more paint. I don't know, maybe some little other extra incentive items that comes with Gold Label. But really, there's not much of a difference, as you can see the figure spinning around right now on the pedestal. So we'll take it off. As usual, I hope everybody's doing well. And we'll take a look here real quick. This is the barcode if you want to pick him up. And, just like with any other McFarlane Toys packaging, you have the artwork on the back, which is, that's pretty cool. Get a shot of Black Lightning, Final Crisis version. This is like more of a modern iteration of him. So let's get him out of his plastic solitude and take a better look at him. Appreciate everybody stopping through to hang out with your brother. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe if you don't mind. I would appreciate that. For those who are subscribed, much love to the Ape Nation. Okay, here is his collector card. You know the drill. All McFarlane figures come with a collector's card. This is his bio on the back. If you guys want to pause that and read up on Jefferson Pierce. Here's the wafer, which is the action figure stand. So this is what I'm saying. If this is supposed to be upper tier action figure, an upper tier action figure offering from McFarlane, hence the Gold Label, right? Gold Label collection, you would think he would come with a little more of a premium type of action figure stand, but he doesn't. So I don't know. And the thing is, there are certain figures. This is him in his plastic solitude. We're going to get him out while I'm talking to you guys. If you notice, some of the Gold Label figures are priced at $29. So let's just say 30 plus with tax, while others are around the $21, $22 mark. So I don't know, that it's kind of strange how he has the pricing. The pricing is not really consistent with the Gold Label collection. So I don't know. But anyway, here is Mr. Jefferson Pierce, aka Black Lightning. And first impressions, I think he looks pretty good. I mean, aesthetically, he looks pretty good. So what we'll do first is I want to try to do things a little. Let me adjust my camera. Hold on, guys. Let me adjust this a little bit. Okay. So let's get his height. Get his height for you guys. Then we'll get into the accessories. And so Black Lightning is coming in at about 7 inches. He's right at the 7-inch mark. For anyone that's wants to know his height. And he comes with two extra hands. Well, he comes with a powered down right fist, which thankfully is not a trigger fist. I'm glad that McFarlane is kind of getting away from that. A lot of the figures, I don't know why they come with trigger hands. I mean, Superman even came with one. This is his left hand. It's just kind of an open gesture hand. So that's that. As far as accessories, of course, I show you the collector's card and the action figure stand. So let's see. This is him up close. Pretty clean paintwork around the mask. For the most part, the paint on the lip area is good. Hair sculpted nicely. Just kind of I think that's it looks like almost a brownish color, dark brown, but it may be black. They did a good job. That's the back of the head. So pretty good sculpt for the most part here. Looking at the rest, the uniform, pretty clean paint application. The sculpting is done pretty well. The waist here, the waist belt has some paint where the lightnings come in at a point. Kind of a flat color. Has some stress marks here to simulate the pants fitting. So I like that. A little bit of kind of realism. I like when they put the wrinkles in and the creases. He has some sculpting along the pants, along the edge of the pants. Here's the boot line, top of the boots. Real shiny. Has some sculpt around the boot area at the top right here. If you guys can see that. And then when we get underneath, yeah, there's some tread. Looks like there's some tread sculpted in, which I can appreciate. The bottom of the boots. Looking at the back of him, you have some some creases around the boots right there. I'm trying to get you guys to see it. Yeah, see that? Which looks good. Wrinkling around the boots at the bottom. His hands powered up with electrical. His powers are electricity based. And this is pretty cool. Looks like one of the hands is kind of in the shape of a fist. The other hand, the right hand, is kind of open gesture. The only thing, the only negative I would give this is the pegs, the wrist pegs that go into the hands. They're a dark blue color. I feel like McFarlane and his team dropped the ball on that. They definitely should have been translucent. So let's just swap the hands real quick. So this, okay, so here's the thing. This is what I think they should have done. If you want to leave this part dark blue, that's fine. But this part right here, that peg should have been, like I said, they could have made that translucent. So that's a bummer that they didn't do that, because aesthetically that looks kind of off, especially with the translucent hands. So let's see how his hands look, if they're too big, too small. These hands look like they fit the proportions. Let me kind of place them back and see what you guys think. I think they flow pretty well for him, for this character. You know, that's another thing with McFarlane. Sometimes the hand sizes are all over the place, depending on what figure you get. The hands are either too small or they're too big. And I mean, I really wish he would get the consistency right. One thing I can appreciate, you guys, with this particular figure is his feet. His feet are a lot bigger than some of the other figures that I've gotten from McFarlane Toys. And I feel like they go with his body. You know, they fit this frame, and which also makes for you standing him a little bit easier without having to use the wafer action figure stand that they include. So are his arms? His arms look a little bit short. I mean, I feel like they could come maybe to here, and that would be good body symmetry. I feel like they could be a little bit longer, but other than that, I think he looks good. So let's get into, you know, like I said, with the paint, the only paint you're getting is kind of around here where the lightning bolts, intersect, and then on this belt section. But everything else is just solid plastic. This is a solid, different colored plastic, and of course the head, which is not too shiny. I appreciate that. It's kind of a more of a matte. In person, if you'll appreciate it. Let's get into range of motion, movement. Okay, the foot goes down that much. That's some good detail. I like that detail around the boot there. Up that much. Of course, he has toe pivot. Uh, I mean, a bend at the toe. This is the pivot. Pivot's about that much, out about that much. So no rotation at the top of the boot, below the kneecap. There's no rotation there. Double bend at the knee. Of course, still pins. If they go pinless, man, that'll take them to the next level. His legs come out about that much, which is great. This is McFarlane articulation at the hips. Let's see if he gets any thigh rotation. More inward than he does outward. He doesn't get a whole lot outward, you guys. It's mainly inward. But maybe if you work on him. Nah, I think that's it. So not a lot of rotation at the thigh. When we get to the lower ab, good rotation. Upper, that's good. Good sculpting there of the abs and, just the musculature. It's not too exaggerated. I can appreciate that. Let's see if he's eating Ab Crunch cereal, y'all. Yeah, he's eating Ab Crunch cereal. That's not too bad. Flex his back about that much. So good range. Get to the shoulders. They come up like that, down. We have the butterfly. So you get that, look at it from the top. That much flexing back with the butterfly, that much flexing forward. So that's not bad. Bicep swivel. Double hinge at the elbow. Get down to the hands. I like that we have some creasing and folds here at the glove. You get a vertical hinge, but of course you can turn the hand, so you can pose the hand like that, or turn it and go like that. I like the fact that McFarlane has done the sculpting on the wrist pegs. There's more of a instead of just a round smooth peg ball peg. He's incorporated sculpting now because it looks so much better aesthetically. Look at that. It flows a lot better than the older figures, previous figures. Head movement. He looks right there, looks right there. That much down, that much up. That's pretty good range. Little bit expressive. Kind of looking quizzical, like, what? What you mean, man? Yeah, so that's him. Show you guys the back real quick again with the butterflies when you flex them that way. These are just round, smooth, not really any sculpting here on the butterfly joints. And then we'll switch his hands back. This was a missed opportunity by McFarlane to include more lightning effects or electrical effects. Is it lightning? I can't remember. I thought his powers were electrical based, but they might be, they might be a little bit of both, but I still feel like they could have included a little more lightning electrical effects, different types to attach to the hands. That would have warranted the gold label. So that's Black Lightning right there. I mean, he's a pretty cool figure. I'm glad to add him to the collection. Definitely. Let's bring out some other real quick. Let's bring out some other figures from the line that represent the brothers. We have a few brothers, black characters that have been released from McFarlane. Here's John Stewart, one of my favorite black DC characters. We have Duke Thomas, the Signal, which is a really good figure, you guys. If you don't have Duke Thomas, I recommend picking him up. Look at all of that. Look at all that texture, and the paint is it's not a lot of paint, but I mean he's just really a good figure. I just wish he had more of a wash. If he had a wash on him, oh man. But he's a good figure. I definitely recommend you guys picking him up. Let's do this because I want to bring in Batwing. Yeah. So and at the same time, this is scaling, so you can see how he scales. But we all know that the scaling is kind of inconsistent with McFarlane. It's all over the place. But these, I think, they scale pretty well. You guys go in the comments, get in the comments, let me know what you think, man. And what you guys, how do you guys feel about representation in the different in the different communities, especially people of color. I think that's awesome that when toy companies dig into those characters in these different comic book worlds, DC and Marvel, it's just good to see representation in the black community, in the Latino community, Indian, Pacific Islander, all these different other people of color. They're those communities getting recognition, getting characters. I think that's an awesome thing. So let's see. Let's get the side by side look, you guys, so you guys can see how he looks. Now remember, these guys are on stands, so they're a little bit taller. Let me see if I can stand Duke without the stand. He might. Okay. I was wondering. I was like, man, is he gonna fall over? But it looks like he's behaving. But remember when I was talking about the feet? The feet are kind of all over the place. Like when you look at Batwing's feet, look how long his feet are. Let me move him back a little bit so you guys can really see what I'm talking about. See, his feet, I think, are a little too long. Like this is a good size. I think Duke Thomas, because he's younger, but even his feet could be a little bit longer. I think this is the right length. John Stewart's feet are way too small. And I don't know if I think it's the length and the width. He has really small feet and he is impossible to stand without the action figure wafer. So I'm glad that they gave Black Lightning a good, proportionate feet proportionate to his body. I personally can appreciate that. And so that's that with Black Lightning. I hope that you guys enjoyed the vid. I appreciate you coming through. There he is. So you can kind of see the difference. And they may release another version. He is bald headed in some iterations. As you can see, he's rocking a bald head right there, like myself. But this, of course, this version he has hair, just like John Stewart. There's a version of him that he has a bald head, and then there's a version where he has hair. So it's kind of a little bit of the same, but overall, I think he's great. And I just feel like his arms could be a little bit longer. I wish they had included more lightning electrical effects and just gave us a little bit a more premium action figure stand. Just really make it worth that gold label title. Of course, I forgot to point this out. There's a QR code if you guys scan that, and I believe it gives you some information here. DC, Universe Infinite. I don't know what it may give you some more entertainment information about what's going on in DC, and probably give you a little more information on Mr. Jefferson Pierce. Give you a little more information on him, and you guys, go check that out. So that's going to wrap it up for today's session, people. Much love to y'all. I appreciate you coming through. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. Tap the bell to get notifications to stay up in the know of the newest uploaded vids to the channel. And, drop in the comments. Let me know what are some of your favorite characters in the DC multiverse, that, characters, more specifically, people of color. They can be well known or obscure. Just drop in the comments. Let me know, who are some of your favorite characters, and which ones that you would like for McFarlane to make into action, bring to life in action figure form. That would be interesting to know. And I hope you guys enjoyed this discussion. And until the next session, I wish you all love, peace, and plasticness.